That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Want to know what's crazy? I didn't even have this in the title for this video. I didn't even have this in the title for the video. But looking at that drop just reminded me, I'm on your head. I'm on your head, bro. Raheem Morris. Raheem Morris, the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. I am on your head, sir. I'm on your head top, bro. The stats are for losers things. Well, your boy Kyle Pitts is weak. He still ain't running the full route. Kyle Pitts is still not running the full route. He's still giving up before the full route is done. Hold on, I got up Office drummer stream in the background. But your boy Kyle Pitts, he running full speed into the ball coming. When he see the ball not near him, he just stop running. Where did they do that at? Ain't you supposed to be the highest drafted tight end in NFL history? Didn't people go on rants for months and months and months after you were drafted saying they should have took Justin Fields? The Atlanta Falcons, of course, when I say they. Aren't you the one where people you know what I'm saying, they played on your name because you had Desmond Ritter and Marcus Mariota as your quarterbacks the first couple seasons of your career? Weren't you the one with something to prove to tell these people that you were different and you lived up to the hype of being the unicorn and everything that Kyle Pitts is supposed to be? Brother, I don't know what's going on off the field. I don't know if it's some family stuff. I don't know what's in your mind. But right now, you're looking like the football Ben Simmons. You're looking like the Ben Simmons of the NFL, my brother. And I say that because it's like you look lazy out there. When you don't finish the routes, you look lazy. You look like you don't want to play football half the time. And it's a shame because you have the physical specimen and you have the talent, the athleticism, the wherewithal, whatever you want to say, to be a successful football player. And not only that, to be one of the best tight ends to ever play the game. And God bless you with those talents, and you were paying them by giving half effort every week, every single week, bro. What is we doing? That's my first thing. Kyle Pitts on the stats is loser. That's for Coach Raheem Morris. Second thing, Kirk Cousins is not your fault. It's not your fault. When the Falcons brought Kirk Cousins in, the Falcons knew what the deal was, or at least the people who watch football knew what the deal was. You bringing in a guy on the other side of 30, coming off a Achilles injury. You don't get better with age. Injuries don't get better the older you get. That's just a spoiler alert for anybody. The older you get in life, injuries do not get better. They only get worse. So you come in post Achilles on the other side of your 30s, on the other side of your prime, and you come in here, okay, yes, off top on paper, you're going to be at best a mediocre quarterback, middle of the league quarterback. That's fine. That's a step up from Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ritter. But then, when you start to tail off and you start to throw picks over the past 3 weeks, I believe Kirk Cousins has thrown 0 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Okay, that is what it is. I'm not surprised as a post 30-year-old, right? On the other side of Achilles injury. And what I'm saying, even in his prime, at best, was just upper half of the middle of the best NFL starting quarterbacks in the league, because he could lead a team to a winning record. He could lead a team to the playoffs, but he just quite couldn't get it done in the biggest games, in the biggest moments. Now, that's fine. I'm not disappointed in Kirk Cousins' performance because this is kind of what we all expected when they signed Kirk Cousins. They, once again, alluding to the Atlanta Falcons. What I am disappointed in, however, is the draft position of these guys, man. You took Kyle Pitts, number 4. You took Drake London, number 8. Drake London is paying off. You took Bijan Robinson. I don't know what pick Bijan was. Was he number 7 or was he like number? Hold on, let me look this up real quick. Let me see what number Bijan was. Bijan Robinson draft 8th. So you take Drake London eighth, you take Bijan Robinson eighth, you take Kyle Pitts number 4, and Bijan so far he has flashes where he looks like a decent running back, one of the better running backs in the league. I believe he's leading the league this year in rushing yards from scrimmage this year. Second is Alvin Kamara, and third is Saquon Barkley, or most games with the rushing game. It was some specific stat like that Bijan Robinson's leading in. Drake London looks like a very, very good get. You know, he's just an above average big receiver, uses athleticism and his height and his size to his advantage each and every single time. That Kyle Pitts dude, we already said what it was with him. But you draft these skill players. I even forgot where I was going with this. But you draft these skills players, and then you draft this year Michael Penix Jr. Okay, you got the quarterback you say what you want for the future that fits the identity of the city of Atlanta. That's beautiful. That's perfect. He wearing the do-rag every time. He don't take the do-rag off. I never seen Michael Penix without his do-rag. I don't know how far back his hairline goes because he always has his do-rag on. Had his do-rag on, it felt like at the draft. No. He had his do-rag off at the draft. That's the time I saw it without his do-rag and the press conference with the suit on. But every other time he's had his do-rag on. So you bring in Michael Penix Jr. Okay, for the future, Kirk Cousins, the quarterback for now. Michael Penix Jr., the quarterback of the future. And you got 2 quality options at quarterback. So Penix comes in, first game of the season, first preseason game of the season. I think he did one drive, or he played maybe a series or 2, right? Maybe the first half at the most in Miami, and they shut him down. He's not playing the rest of the preseason. Joker, if Kirk Cousins is your quarterback, why is he not playing? Especially if Kirk Cousins is 30 something on the other side of 30 coming off an Achilles injury. What I'm thinking is Kirk Cousins by the middle of the year his body gonna start breaking down, and he won't be able to perform the way that Kirk Cousins level. And that's when you put in Penix. But Raheem Morris decided not to play Penix in the preseason. He decided not to play him in times where Kirk was struggling in the season. One time, Kirk threw a couple interceptions. The Falcons were down a couple of touchdowns. There was only 2 minutes left in the game. Penix comes in. He throws one pass. He completes one pass. The rest of the time, he's handing the ball off. I think Penix got into another game at the end of the game of a blowout again. It was kind of pretty much more of the same. In today's game, the day that I'm recording this, it was December 1st. This Joker throws 4 picks and a pick 6. The pick 6 was floating in the air so long, anybody could have grabbed it. It was heads up, 7 up. It was you grab the ball. It was the pop the balloon shot, whatever the case was. The ball was floating up in the air so long, it just landed in the arm basket of the defender, and he ran all the way. Joker only had like 3 interceptions all season, and 2 of them came in the game against the Atlanta Falcons, bro. December 1st. Once again, this is not on you, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, the Atlanta Falcons knew what they were getting in Kirk Cousins when they signed Kirk Cousins. This is on Raheem Morris. I don't know if Terry Fontenot, Arthur Blank, someone up there is telling, don't play the boy. Don't play Penix. Don't play Penix. Keep Penix on the low. See, because it's one thing for Jordan Love to learn from Aaron Rodgers, and it's another thing for Aaron Rodgers to learn from Brett Favre. Kirk Cousins ain't that. All due respect, he's not that. Put Penix in, because now you done lost how many games in a row the Falcons done lost? 3, maybe 4 games in a row the Falcons have lost at this point. Now your large division lead has turned into a tie with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the New Orleans Saints are right there behind them. And if the Saints want to try to push or try to win with class or whatever. I don't know what the Saints are on. It seemed like the fans want them to tank. Fans been wanting them to tank, and the Saints players got too much pride. And Rizzy is fighting for his own job. He's trying to get his job for next season somewhere if it ain't in New Orleans. So you have those three teams now in contention for the NFC South divisional title. And you could have been ran away with it if you would have won at least two of these games from this losing streak. You ain't had to win all of them, but at least win two of these games in this current losing streak. And you running away with the division at this point. But now you're in a dogfight. And it's because you have this declining quarterback before our very own eyes. Everybody in the stadium, everybody in the city of Atlanta, anybody watching NFL games in real time can see it. Kirk Cousins' body is shutting down and is done. He's over with for the season. You got 500 yards. The Thursday night football, crazy comeback, swag surf. It was beautiful. He said, walk in your trap, take over your trap. That's amazing. It's done for him this season. You got to shut it down. You got to go Michael Penix. I don't even know why I'm wasting breath on this because it's not going to change. We're going into Minnesota next week. So, the Minnesota Kirk Cousins, that homecoming, that entire deal is just going to be, playing Kirk Cousins because it's his homecoming. And that's the way they're marketing it on the commercials. And you're like, oh, Jesus, of course. So that's that. All right.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.